Hello there. Welcome to the World of Assessments where your opinion is on it. We don't come more. We will still continue from where we stopped. This is a different part of the lecture series. This topic is called stages of labor. So, this topic is about stages of labor. So, what's this topic about? What's the whole idea about this topic? First of all, the stages of labor can be of a normal labor, a normal natural labor process. It takes place in 4 stages, 4 unique and distinct stages. They include, first of all, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Some people regard it as just 3 stages, but there's another final one, which is usually stage 4. And I had to include that here in this series, in this part of the lecture. So it is very important. I will explain why it is important to add a 4th stage. So moving on, the stage 1 now has to do with what is called the dilatation stage, which is where, from the name dilatation, it means that it is a stage where the cervix become dilated, and there's also effacement. It means that the cervix become wider. Understand? And also it becomes wider and does not it joins with the vagina. Understand? So it disappears at that point, so as to allow the process of labor set in, or the baby come out of the pelvic canal or the birth canal. So very, very, very important. So this stage now begins with the onset of true labor pains. If pain starts, you can see the woman there showing signs of pain. You understand? So very, very important then. And it ends with a full cervical dilatation or dilation. Some people say dilatation, some people say dilation, both the same. So when there's a full dilation of the cervix, it becomes 10 centimeter. So I wish there was a practical way to show this. So to show that it is 10 centimeter, you can easily put your 5 fingers to show 10 centimeter. Wait. You understand? Insert it into the vagina. You understand? That's yeah. You see that five of it can actually easily pass through the cervix. You understand? So very, very important. So the phases of this stage 1, they are also in 3 stages too. First one is the latent phase, followed by an active phase, and followed by a transition phase. Very, 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 very important. Please take note. The latent phase is where it dilates from 0 centimeter to about 3 centimeter. You understand? And then the next one, the active phase, happens for about 4 to 7 centimeter. Very, very important. Then the last one happens for about that happens takes about extends from 8 to 10. Very, very important. So please take note of this. So in a for the first pregnancy, anyone having a first pregnancy or first labor, this stage actually takes a very long time. Understand? It takes about 6 to 12 hours. You understand? But it can even be more than that for the first timer. So that's what they call them. You understand? But for those that have given birth to one or more, so successful births. You understand? So as a multiparous woman, for such a woman, it happens in a shorter duration. Very, very important. So please take note of that. So the next next stage is the expulsion stage. Expulsion means where the fetus, the placenta, and the membranes they are expelled through the birth canal. Very, very important. Very, very important. So during this stage, it happens after there's full dilation. Please take note. Happens after there's full dilation of about 10 centimeters. Very, very important. Then there's full effacement of the cervix, and also there's full dilatation. Very, very important. Then it extends with delivery of baby. It ends with the delivery of baby, sorry. Then the mother bears down during contractions, and this happens in very short duration, shorter than the first one, not the short duration actually. So it only happens. It happens shorter for obviously for a woman that has given birth to more than one child, or that has given birth to children before. So that's the idea. Then for a primigravida woman, that woman, she might experience, or a woman that has not given birth before successfully, the woman might experience a lot of difficulty at that stage. You understand? Because the pelvic floor muscles are not as they're still firm and all. So that's the idea. Then the next one is the stage 3. Stage 3, on the other hand, very, very important. It's It's called the placenta stage. This is where the placenta is delivered. It's called the placenta delivery stage, or we call it the afterbirth. Very, very important. So at this point, after the baby is delivered, the placenta is also delivered. This is happens within 5 to 13 minutes, thereabouts. Understand? So after it has been delivered, it is checked if it is complete, so as to make sure that there are no other remains in the uterus. If there are remains in the uterus, it can lead to infection. So, and also to avoid other further to control, to avoid excessive bleeding. So, very, very important. So, we call it postpartum hemorrhage. Very, very important. So, next one is the stage 4. That's what as I said before, this is very important too, because you cannot just talk about stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. What happens after the placenta is delivered? The woman has to be checked, has to be monitored. It happens within the first 2 hours. The woman first, what happens during that period? It involves monitoring from bleeding, also uterine contraction, and also monitor for vitals too, to avoid any form of complications after birth. So it's very important, very essential. The woman has to be monitored, the mother has to be monitored, and also the baby also has to be monitored too during the first 2 hours. So very, very important, very, very essential. So at this point now, what are you talking about since I say we get 4 stages? You understand? But some people will talk about 3 stages, but still 4 finally, because after the baby whether you don't born the baby, whether you don't remove the placenta, you will still check if the woman and the baby will be alright. I can say. So the first one I say they call them dilatation, means the baby still the womb and they try to come out. You understand? So you get 3 stages for that first stage too. The first one are the latent, the active, and the transition phase. You understand? So very, very important. So at this point, this stage they take long duration for people maybe say they never born before. They call them preemie gravide women. You understand? Very, very essential. So the next one can be the expulsion stage, so the baby delivered. You understand? So and that one they happen when the cervix don't be fully dilated, which is 10 centimeter. When if you put 4-5 fingers inside successfully into the vagina. You understand? So at that stage now, maybe you will see a crown in the open in that stage. The baby head don't already show normal level. So the placenta stage now on the other one and happen after the baby don't get delivered successfully. So after the placenta don't come out, they will check whether it completes. You go observe them under running water to check whether it completes. If you don't complete, they will check if other remaining one still inside the womb. If you don't want to remain, I can't left inside the womb. The fit cause infection, so very, very important. You just check every part of the placenta whether it completes. If you don't complete, one will be there. So you just come out everything from inside. So the next one at the recovery stage or observation stage, that's where the woman will check, not just the woman, just the mother, the child will check mandatory vitals for also for bleeding too, to avoid unnecessary bleeding. That kind of thing. So that's the thing. So that's the idea, basically. So that's what just be. So next pattern, after we talk about this plenty of now, we guys know what to do when certain things happen during the stages of labor. Now, this point now they talk about when you take rush to hospital. First one, if there are warning signs of very, very important. These are the warning signs of labor. First of all, if the contractions become regular, you understand, it's not supposed to be regular. It's supposed to be intermittent. So please take note. If it's too regular, you will have to rush to the hospital. So there's maybe 1 or 2 issues associated with the process of labor. And also when the water breaks, you understand, when the water don't break, as the amniotic fluid don't come outside, upon the like of. So at that point, you rush to hospital, you understand, because that time you say, okay, time don't wait for the baby to come out. Then the heavy bleed, means that there's a possibility of a complication. Then if there's baby movement, if the baby movement is reduced, means that the baby is not functioning properly. The baby is always actively moving while in the uterus. So if there's severe pain that is not caused by contraction, you also have to rush to the hospital. These are important warning signs to look out for during the process of labor. It is very, very important. So I'm gonna observe all these different reasons why you guys want. There are other reasons too, but these are important too. Very, very important. Thank you very much. So at this point we will wrap up a very short video to make you get a quick glimpse into the idea of the stages of labor. You understand? There will be further videos to explain each of the steps or stages of labor. There are intricate things that one has to know during the stages of labor. So we explain that further later in our subsequent video. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to follow, so as to get more videos like this. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.